do that. Well, severe thunderstorms could also rumble across weather by the end of the weekend. Right now, it's really nice. You can see those flags that have been flapping in the wind right there. See them going. Temperatures in the 80s today. Tomorrow looking good as well. But Sunday, we are expecting some stormier conditions once again. So the risk area on your Sunday stretches from the Great Lakes all the way down to almost the Gulf Coast. But notice the darker red area right in here. This is where we're expecting the greatest chance of a few severe thunderstorms, primarily some damaging winds across the tri-state area here, Evansville, over towards Owensboro into Louisville, and then stretching on up towards South Bend and into Lansing, Michigan as well. Here's the setup for all of that. Our potent low eventually is going to be tracking off towards the east. Still a lot of warmth and moisture streaming in up ahead of this. Dew points are going to be well into the 60s here, and we are going to be getting some lift at the surface as that cold front comes on through. We also have strong winds in the upper levels of the atmosphere that are going to be turning with high, so we are going to be having some shear to go along with this, and something we're going to continue to track with that threat of damaging winds and perhaps an isolated tornado. So timing this out for you starting out on Saturday. This is the Euro model showing you that area of low pressure coming out of Kansas and then moving more towards the north and the east. And as it does that, it's going to start to pick up a little bit more forward speed, and that energy will be focused more northerly as opposed to down here on the tail end of that front. But you're still going to get some showers and thunderstorms down here. They're just going to be more isolated in terms of the risk of severe thunderstorms. This is also going to be bringing some really heavy rainfall, unfortunately, into areas that have already been hit so hard. Farmers having a really hard time to get out there and plant things with few breaks in terms of any drying conditions or even any warming conditions for that matter. As we head towards the stage for the next round as our next storm system comes in from the west, and we're going to kind of start things all over again once again. All right, we've got a live look at Chicago right now, courtesy of EarthCam, where we've got some cloudy conditions along with some showers and thunderstorms. 53 degrees, pretty cool in Chicago as those rain showers push in. Let back in and re-energize the atmosphere and tap back into the Gulf of Mexico and bring all those ingredients together. That means more severe weather across parts of the plains, especially the southern plain states that we're going to be talking about for early next week. So we'll start you out on Monday and the threat areas that we're going to be.
Let's take a look just at the flash flood guidance. First off, round still wire up here in the upper Midwest as we see our energy linger in the northern Rockies and then spread its way to the northern plains. That's going to keep us very wet, and then we get a second surge of Gulf moisture right into parts of the middle of the country, from eastern Kansas into Missouri, and then back into the plains as we go into early next week. More wet weather for the same areas, and some areas can see over a half foot of rainfall over the next 5 days, and that's really going to be a big concern.
Done through every season.
Where the crew commutes third row. And where a soccer mom can meet her MVP.
It's going to be a big story we're going to have to follow as well, along with the severe weather. Keep in mind, flash flooding is going to probably take the headline here as we go into the next several days. So take a look, just a lot of the yellow here across Iowa and Minnesota into the upper Midwest, Wisconsin, Illinois. When we look at that yellow on the map, it correlates. All we would need in an hour's time is 1 to 2 inches of rain, and now we're going to be leading to a flash flood threat. So that's how dire the situation is. And notice some pockets down to the north. So half inch.